Well, hello, everybody. Here comes DOG. Heard me squeal. How you doing, buddy? Where you been all day? Huh? You guys weren't here for breakfast. You and Patches were gone. They just had their supper. Nope, no jumping up. No jumping up. So yeah, they just had their supper and their chews. And it looks like two of them are done with their chews. Little girl's over there still chewing on hers. Looks like Patches is making the last few chews before swallowing. And Susie Q over here has finished hers. So now they're going to look around for more food. Because DOG and Patches missed breakfast this morning. They're going to be a little bit hungrier. Oh yeah, little girl wasn't here either. Just Susie Q and Doggy Daddy were here this morning. So look at this. It looks like it might rain. And they're not talking about any possible rain for here until like Wednesday or Thursday. But boy, this sure looks like it's got here sooner. Yes, sirree. And if it's got that calm, damp feeling. You know what I'm talking about? You know, just before a storm where it gets real calm. That's what it looks like. All right, so let's get along with this video, because according to the title, I'm sure some of you are interested in the title of something that I had to do today. I wonder if anybody ever remembers hearing of that process. Anyway, it's all shut up in here right now, all closed down. I'm just going to close the door when I'm ready. I did a little bit more cleaning around here. I had some stuff sitting on the seat, and it caused some more stains, so I'll get a can of upholstery cleaner out and clean that up when I get a chance. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to rig up something where I can hoist that thing up to the ceiling right over there and get it up and out of the way. And then when I do need it, I just untie the rope and let it down on its pulley system and put it in the van. For right now, I've got tomorrow going to ride share with my neighbors again. And this time I'll have two of them riding with me, so I had to make accommodations for that, even though they said don't do it. So anyway, I put a third seat in here so that it'll be comfortable for the person to sit, so they're not sitting on the floor. Now, I made this up a long time ago, and the board setup used to go up against that metal rail there. And I had two screws in the front of it holding it, and then two screws in the back that anchored it to the ground. But this time what I did was I just anchored it with one screw to the center here, and it's nice and solid. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. When you're sitting in there, it's going to make it even heavier. Now, that's a self-drilling, self-tapping screw, so it made a hole in the floor. And I'm going to have to make sure that I put a screw in that hole for when I take the seat out. So if I'm driving in the rain, the splashing water doesn't come up through the hole and soak the carpet. Down the line, when I get ready to do what I'm going to do here, I've got these rivets that have machined threads in them that I will put in the floor of the van, and then I'll be using machine bolts in those holes to block them when I'm not using the seat. But then when I do put the seat in, I just put those in the bolts in place, and I can't do that until I'm ready to put the seat in. All right. So that's ready to go. Yeah, tomorrow I got to go get some more water, because the dog's drinking the water every 3 days. It's a 5-gallon container, but the chickens also need some. So I go a container and a half every 3 days, and I got 3 here. I got 1 still inside, and when I get a little bit more money, I will buy another bottle, so I have 4, or maybe 5. Yeah, I'll have 5 at that point, so I can take 4 in to be filled while I still have 1 at home here. And they're $1.75 per 5 gallons for filling. So 3 of them. What are you guys doing? Everybody's smoozing around me. So yeah, the little girl, you got to quit jumping up. Yeah, it's a bad habit you got. I think she comes from the Midnight Mechanics, and they don't treat her real well over there, so she comes here to get smoozed and get fed well. All right. So with that being said, I'm talking about, in the title, darning socks. Does anybody remember what darning socks was? Yeah, that's right. Well, I have my own way of darning socks. So I got some old socks out here, and I go, darn you! Darn, 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 darn you! And that's how I darn socks. I know, that's not how it was originally done. I still remember Mom darning our socks to make them stretch a little bit longer when we'd wear the heels or toes out on them. And she had this little wooden thing that looked like a wooden light bulb with a handle on the bottom, and that would go inside the sock, and then she'd sit there with a needle and thread and carefully stitch that thing up and weave the threads so that it looked like there was no damage done to the sock. So I just do them the easy way now. Darn you socks! Darn, darn, darn! There's my plywood for some more shelves. I'll be getting to that pretty soon. And Sherry, the secretary, had asked me about this solar water heater. And as you can see, it's all warped. And the OSB is falling apart. And all of the clamps have come loose. So it's really not worth trying to get it to work anymore. So I will just pull it apart when I get some time and salvage the 2x3s around the outer edge for something else. I want to make another water distiller so that I can distill some water instead of buying distilled water for my batteries. And I'd have to run it through the solar distiller 3 times to make sure that I got all of the minerals out of it, and then check the pH to make sure that it was correct. And pH will tell you a lot about things. Oh, that's about all I have for today. I am going to close up here. I got the tank off of the Rockwell spare hands machine, and I'm going to fold that up tomorrow and put that inside before the rains come. I don't need it getting rusty and damaged and not be able to use it anymore, because that thing really comes in handy. So that's about it. I'm gonna close up here, go inside, and well, I'll light the barbecue first. And I did, last trip into town, I did pick up an extra 5 gallons of gasoline. So I got a full tank on my generator and an extra 5 gallons. So if the days are like this for a whole week, which is a good possibility according to the last report I got, and I'm not going to be getting any sun on my batteries, at least I can run the generator a couple hours a day. A full tank on my generator is good for 14.7 hours. And I never run it that long. But if I run it a couple hours a day, that's a whole week I can run it just on a tank full of gas. and have a backup just in case I need to run it 4 hours a day. So that's it. As you can see, everything is calm out here. I need to lower my flag down and cut off those little strands on there to get beat up from the wind. And I'll put some fabric glue on those. That's something that Janice told me about. And speaking of Janice, one last thing before I close off here. She did contact me through email, and we've been talking for a lot of years. And she said that she could afford to send me half of what a tank of water would cost for a water delivery. The tank takes $360, and that brings in about 3,800 gallons of water. So, and 3,800 gallons of water, if I stretch it and I get some rain in between for other things like dog water and garden water and things like that, a full tank of water for the cabin, I can stretch that out anywhere from 8 to 10 months. So that'll give me a whole year, and maybe my inheritance will come in by then, and I'll be able to afford a refill on my own. So she said that she could give me half of the 360, which is 180. And she'd asked me if I would put the call out to everybody on my channel to see if anybody can make donations to help me get a tank of water before the winter gets too harsh here and the snows come and that stuff, because once the ground gets really soaked and saturated out here, the water truck can't actually get in here without sinking in the mud. And if they come out with my water in the truck and get stuck in the mud, they will dump the water on the ground to lighten the truck to get it out from being stuck, and I still have to pay for that. So I don't want to do it in that type of situation. Anyway, hopefully I'll get some rainwater this week. That'll help with the dogs and chickens. It'll also wash all my solar panels, because I can't use any of my water I've got right now for washing solar panels because, of course, I'm very short on water. And that's it. So thanks, everybody. Don't forget your thumbs ups. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and comments and questions all the way at the bottom. By the way, one last thing before I do close off. With the rains coming, I'll be stuck inside anyway and hunkering down. So I think I'm going to work on getting the Patreon set up going on my channel. And I've got a good plan for the first people that sign up as patrons on that channel. So look forward to that. It'll be coming soon. Sometime between now and New Year's, I will have that all posted and ready to go, and all of the information out for you guys. Thank you. This is G Bear signing off.